Hamdi Ulukaya. Hamdi receives the award for his business-worthy values in leading Chobani and for being an advocate of ethical and responsible business. He believes that business is the strongest, most effective way to change the world. As an exceptional entrepreneur and humanitarian, he is a role model who embraces inclusion and supports minorities, both through offering employment opportunities to legally resettled immigrants and refugees in the United States, and by promoting these values through the work of his 10th foundation. Congratulations, Hamdi Ulukaya. Please join us to receive the award.
Thank you. I just want to make sure that Per and his team do know I just make yogurt, nothing else. I just want to make sure, that's all. Your Highness, Mr. Mayor, guests, and most of all, citizens of Oslo, I am really, really honored to be here today. The words cannot describe it, this special place, this special city, and this special reason, peace, and very unusual topic, business, and coming together with peace, can only be possible someone like Per and his vision and his team. And I am very happy that this organization exists, this event happens, and to bring people like us all around the world to meet, to celebrate, to inspire, to learn from each other. I said I'm only a yogurt maker because when I started my journey, I never thought one day I would be sitting here and there would be a Kurdish song would be played in the beginning, and I would remember my mother, that in eastern part of Turkey, in Kurdish mountains, those were the songs we would hear. And those were the first lessons I would get from my mother. So if I have done anything right in my life, she's the only reason that it is. So I know Mother's Day changes from places to place around the world, but it's never a bad time to say Happy Mother's Day to every mother that is here. I accept this with my wife, Louise, who's here, with my children, my two boys, and also my brothers and sisters in Chobani and in Tent. Alice said, nothing is done by us, really. It takes a lot of people. It takes a lot of heroes to be able to do what you do. My brothers and sisters at Chobani are truly my heroes. From 4 factory workers, in upstate New York, in an old factory, with very limited resources, so distant from everything. And when we painted those walls in August of 2005, we knew we wanted to start a new way of building this back. We never wanted to be the one who closed factories, who turned their back from the communities, who never sees the hardworking men and women, who is so connected from humanity and the world. We wanted to be complete opposite of that. We wanted to write something that maybe never been taught before, maybe never been proven before, maybe never been done before. And where did we get that we could do something like this? In silence, in a small town in upstate New York. I trusted where I come from. I trusted in the soils of America, in upstate New York. I really did. And I trusted those 4 people in a lonely upstate New York town that we could do it, because everything we needed, we had it, except money. That can only be earned, that can only be obtained. What's lacking is those human spirits, those characters, those wealths that we can never let go. And growing up in those mountains, I never thought I would be a businessman one day, or business person. I thought the vision, the view of the business people were so disconnected from the shepherds of mountains, or the farmers of upstate New York, or the citizens of a small town, or this town. I thought they wrongfully thought they were better than everybody else, as if they were chosen by someone. They made it sound like so difficult, so distant, that ordinary people cannot be accessed unless you're part of some kind of group. And I'm talking about the view where I grew up from. And I never wanted to be that person, because I thought being that person would be completely disconnected of life, completely disconnected from the gift of nature, the gift of human beings. And I thought that's worthless, and I never wanted to be part of that. But I saw a completely different view of business in upstate New York. And that inspired me. And then I found that I could be an entrepreneur, which I never went to school before, which I never had friends who are business people, who never read any book about business. And let's say, let's write it. And everything else is what I have done, or everyone at Chobani has done, is try to be the person, try to avoid the person that we grow up not liking it. How do we conduct business but not become that person in a high tower looking down on people, disconnected all the human issues that we're facing today? And when we woke up, they told us we've done something that never been done before. And I look back and I smile and I say, we just made yogurt. That's all. And if all our colleagues in the business keep making what they're making, but never disconnected from humanity, never disconnected from the earth, never disconnected from human beings, all the problems that we're saving in the world that has been mentioned in this hall many, many times can be solved immediately. It's a very, very powerful tool, like Per said. It's extremely powerful tool. We can innovate. We can be fast. We can come up with solutions. We can touch people. We have talented people working for us, with us, working side by side with us. And I saw it with the topic of refugees. In 3 years, we could come up with 130 companies worldwide, offer thousands of jobs to refugees, reach out to where they are, and offer solutions. And together, we have power. And that is worth being in the business field. Everything else, what Per said, is I 100% agree. It does not bring happiness. But when it's used for the right reason, like 2 of my colleagues did here, which I am honored to be next to it, you can move the mountains and magic start happening. From this hall, this special hall, and in front of these amazing people and this beautiful city, I am very, very inspired and very hopeful that my view as a growing up in a Kurdish mountain in Turkey, hating business, is going to completely change by this new generation of businesses and CEOs, that we all want to grow up to be that. And with that dream, I will go back and make some more yogurt. Thank you so much.